Perhaps you are considering booking your first ever session for laser hair removal treatment and you're unsure whether unwanted hair will grow back post-treatment. Or you're just curious to find out what's in it for your unwanted hair before having a session. Well, the answer to that is yes and no. First things first, the treatment can be your great go-to if you are just done and tired with shaving and waxing your hair. This method is a better, amazing alternative to having smooth skin without the need for sweating yourself out reaching those difficult parts of your body. Oh, and did you know that the treatment aims to deal straight with the root of your hair instead of what's offered by shaving? In fact, laser hair removal treatment is increasingly popular for both men and women. Not only is the treatment mostly used as a sort of medical cosmetic necessity, but also for those having certain skin-related medical conditions such as ingrown hairs. Without further ado, let us dive straight into the discussion. What are the results that you can expect from the treatment? Does your hair grow back? Let us begin with expectations. In most cases, laser hair removal treatment providers offer a spaced treatment in accordance with the natural growth phases of your hair and which areas you want to get sorted. Say, 4 to 6 weeks treatment for your face and neck and 6 to 8 weeks for below the neck. You might want to discuss this with a doctor or professional, as this is only to give you a general idea of how things go. However, there are patients who have seen great results of having a majority of hair loss post the initial treatment. Usually, it will take about 2 weeks for your residual hairs to die off. An approximate 5 to 8 treatment sessions will likely be needed for you to achieve the ideal results. Additionally, there are cases where patients reported a slow growth of hair exactly 1 to 2 years after going through their treatment series. If this happens to you, you might want to get a follow-up treatment to maintain the results. However, hair follicles and roots that have been damaged from the laser hair removal treatments usually do not grow back, but this does not necessarily mean that hair regrowth is at bay. Instead, your hair may regrow slowly post-treatment, since hair follicles consecutively go through yet another growth phase. The new hair after treatment has a slightly different appearance and feel. They are often finer and more sparse. Therefore, you will likely have to make another appointment to plan your upcoming session. Wait, why does my hair grow back? There are a number of reasons why permanent hair loss may not be achieved. First, mostly because some of your hair follicles survived because they are only barely damaged and are still capable of growing back hair in the future. Other than hair follicles, your hormone levels and prescription medications may be the main culprits behind hair growth post-treatment. It might be difficult to predict whether the science has worked like a charm and you've achieved a permanent hair-free life. However, a follow-up treatment is one that you may resort to, and keep in mind that permanent results are achievable. It's just different people with different body types reacting differently to the treatment. Some have the perks of only having a few sessions, while some may require a few more. If permanent results are possible, then when? Well, now you have the good news, we might as well inform you how long it will take. You may find yourself with semi-permanent results instead. The treatment results last a couple of years, and some experts come to a decision that to believe your follicles will never recover from the laser heat damage is not very realistic. Your hair post-treatment also may have different finer textures than the ones that you've had before, and you might want to take notes that different treatment areas also react differently. Assuming you have not achieved permanent results, the hair loss effects on your arms, lower legs or pubic areas last longer compared to hair on your face, neck or chest, mostly due to these areas having thinner hair. Your skin health is also a determining factor behind the success of your treatment. Is there any way to prevent hair growth? A few things you may resort to are mostly additional follow-up treatments, say 1 or 2 annual sessions after completing your initial choke-full series of treatments. Usually, you do not need more than 6 sessions, but the exact number depends on your follicle cycle in the hair growth process. When it comes to sessions, you might want to set weeks apart from one session to the other, but as treatment plans are different for each person, most schedule 4 to 8 weeks apart. But the preventative measure will only lead to a small area with slight hair growth. How long does the treatment take? Any direct side effects a day after? Laser hair removal treatment takes only a few minutes, and you may return to your day-to-day activities without having to face any sort of medical limitations, for lack of a better word, or perhaps some people call it fewer restrictions. But there are a few short-lived side effects that you might want to take note of. You may notice redness on the area affected by the treatment and a some warm sensation. You may also apply sunscreen to cover and protect treatment areas from direct sunlight. How does the science work? The treatment works by employing light waves that emit heat, specifically aimed and attracted at the follicles in your hair growth cycle, which destroy them. These follicles are the culprit behind your hair growth, and when damaged, their abilities to grow new strands of hair are usually eliminated. The reason why shaving, tweezing, and waxing are not effective ways to eliminate hair growth is because these methods do not aim to eliminate the hair follicles. At least these methods are not effective in the long run, because hair removed is only on the skin surface, therefore leaving the follicles undamaged and making them easier to regrow strands of hair. In other cases, laser hair removal treatment is convenient as smaller and often unreachable areas can be taken off easily where treatment only lasts for a few minutes. Otherwise, it may take longer for larger areas such as the chest or back where treatment may take up to an hour. Additional notes and takeaways. Since you have reached this far, we might as well inform you again that shaving, waxing and tweezing are not the appropriate go-tos for hair loss in the long run. But prior to having your treatment session, it is best to clear out some of the hair-covered areas because you do not want the laser to burn your skin surface instead of the follicles inside. Other than that, after the treatment, you might want to avoid any activities that cause excessive sweating, such as working out, going to saunas, or any energy-depleting activities. So we do hope that our topic of discussion today helps you decide to book your treatment session. Please like, comment and subscribe.